What is up, everybody? It's Reverse TV here today, and we're gonna talk about this clip that has been floating around. Where apparently, a gaming website called Easy Allies are giving their opinion about Hideo Kojima's new Xbox exclusive game, and they are saying some pretty slanderous stuff about this game. Not gonna lie. I don't know why, because the game looks pretty cool to me. It looks like an interesting concept. The fact that he has different well-known movie creators making us like Jordan Peele, but they say it's a small experiment or a small project. And just say it's so condescending while they're talking about it. Like, really, these guys sound like some Sony fanboys now. Once again, I don't follow Easy Allies. I know that's their whole shtick, but people are saying that, hey, this is Xbox tax. This is definitely media bias against Xbox, because if this was a PlayStation game, if that's the entire PlayStation logo, would they have the same negative energy towards this game? Probably not, but as this guy states, the assault is real, so since it's on Game Pass, it's going to be a smaller experiment. Yeah, they were just so condescending in this clip about this game, but I'm going to play the clip, take a listen for yourselves, but let's get into it.
Yeah, it's a movie but a game. Okay. Video game but a movie. Who the hell even knows how this game is gonna play?
I think this will be pretty short. It'll be a smaller thing.
Yep.
Because it's gonna be on Game Pass and everything like that immediately. Yeah. It'll probably just be a much smaller experiment, which is cool. Yeah. Try stuff out.
And I wonder.
Now, what does it being on Game Pass mean? It's going to be a small experiment? Like, why do you think it's going to be a big budget affair? Because just on Game Pass, like, you still got to pay for Game Pass access to service. So that's like saying Stranger Things on the next thing of Stranger Things is going to be a small budget because it's on a streaming service or a subscription service. That doesn't make any sense. So the fact that they're discrediting this game because it's on Game Pass is very telling. Like, this definitely sounds like some Sony fanboy logic, but let's continue.
If for all players and screamers means that, is that a subtle way of saying this is not an exclusive title?
No, I think it will.
I think it just
I don't
means
think it's
like
gonna
a
be a
horror
PlayStation
game.
Okay.
Microsoft's publishing it. It looked like, right?
Yeah, so why say for all players and
Well,
screamers?
because Microsoft's like, we want for all players. Play anywhere you want.
Kind of thing. Remember that?
Play on your phone. Play on your tablet.
They want any type of gamer should
Play
play
anywhere.
this.
Okay.
Yeah,
Except
it was the vibe
not
I
on
got.
your Switch
Sure.
or your
Yeah.
PlayStation.
Kind of that, like, you know, if you don't like horror games, you're not going to be stuck in this super long horror game. It's like, you should check this game out to just see how different it is, you know?
But let's just talk about the little tangent they did right there where they said, hey, this is for all the players. It's like, why do you think Microsoft shouldn't have exclusives? Like, they made this whole big stink about Microsoft making this game exclusive, where it's like, Nintendo has exclusives, PlayStation has exclusives. Why can't Microsoft have exclusives? Why do they have to bring their games to everybody? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And because of their tagline he's using, they talked about, it was like, PlayStation, their tagline is for the players. It does say specifically for the PlayStation players, where you can pretty much insinuate that's what they're talking about. So, same thing with Microsoft. Once again, because Xbox has exclusives, it's a bad thing, right? These people really want Xbox to share the exclusives with everybody, when that just makes no sense to do. But let's continue.
Because there's not going to be any other game, you know, that you're going to want to play.
What a tagline.
Yeah. What do you think, Jones?
I think it looks interesting. I love just the putting the cast first and foremost. You know, being like these three.
This dude yawning while he's talking about it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just nitpicking with that, but that seems kind of disrespectful. Dude was just yawning while dude was talking about it. Like, really, like, I'm just so interested in talking about this game right now. Like, really.
Kojima's always done that. Like, these actors are in it. I love them. I've met them. We've worked really hard on it.
Do you
I
know
love
the
the
actors?
reflection. Udo Kier for sure.
Yeah, epic.
Who's that?
Udo Kier, my God. Trying to think, you know, it's
been a long
sad. It's
day.
the first thing I remember Udo Kier from is one of Uwe Boll's.
Like Postal or something.
But, oh, you know, it's also coming to mind. He's the guy from Ace Ventura who like has the party, and he's just like, I think it's the pate. And like Udo Kier's like, is there something wrong with your friend? Yeah. But
So the guy from Ace Ventura is in a
no,
Kojima
he's in
game.
so much more than that.
All right.
no, Udo Kier's, but yeah,
He's a big famous actor.
Big working famous actor.
but he's done it. He
But
admittedly,
nobody can name one movie he's in.
Yeah, so I like how they run with that because there's one actor, which I'm not too familiar with either, but they got Jordan Peele working on this. He makes legendary stuff, whether it be from comedy or whether it be horror movies. Like, really don't sleep on what Jordan Peele is doing. So, I don't know. It's just a joke to me. Like, I once I kind of believed this had a PlayStation logo attached to it, not Xbox one. They would be eating this game up, but because it's Xbox, you know, you gotta be extra slanderous towards it, which is kind of ridiculous. So, let's see what people gotta say about this. This is just sad. Love how he mocks how Microsoft doesn't restrict you to one piece of plastic like that's a bad thing. Holy smoke, some people are stuck in the pre-2010s. Sounds like hoof clicker logic. Yeah, they definitely sound like Sony fanboys to me. They should get all the smoke for making one of the most ignorant takes I've seen in a while. Kojima himself said it was going to be a small experimental project. You don't get Jordan Peele and say it's a small experimental project. If you're doing a small experimental project, you get some like no-name indie people to work on it, not a big name like Jordan Peele. So I was like, I think he was just being humble if Kojima did say that, but you could definitely see the difference between if Kojima being humble and these guys who are in this video just being so condescending towards this game. Like, really. It's a big difference there. The salt is real. They are butthurt, just sad. What is even this dumb comment? Starfield is a show me small experience. What? Okay, I guess that's supposed to be a joke. That's just super unfunny, but okay. Well, who even are these guys? I don't know. Easy Allies in general are super cringy. I never heard of them. That's probably why, because apparently they got a history of just being cringy or giving cringy takes. I don't trust any of them anymore at this point. All against Xbox, super sad and pitiful. Jordan freaking Peele walked out on that stage and it's gonna be a smaller experiment. LOL, okay. That's what I'm talking about. Like, how do you get Jordan Peele on this and you just think it's a small experiment? Like, it's just gonna be like just gonna be a small, like, nothing indie project. Like, what? That's the dude who made Get Out. that movie is iconic. In just a short amount of time, too. Like, people said it was like one of the best horror movies they have ever seen. That movie came out within like the past 10 years. So, really. Easy Allies forever has been anti-Xbox. This is a legit par for the course from what I've seen from them for literal years. As Rosa says, Easy Allies is one of the better gaming podcasts. I don't know. I don't watch this podcast, so I don't even know. Believe me, these guys aren't fanboys. I watched them for years, okay? For all players and all screamers must mean it's not an exclusive title. The salt and 5 stages of grief are real. The Beta Male podcast, jeez. Media towards Xbox taxes, okay. They're almost crying, dude. Their voices cracked hard. Sugar Cube addicts. A pony panel. I don't know. People just call and saying like some Sony fanboys. I mean, it kind of sounds like it. This guy is mad spicy. That's a random comment. It's a clown school, apparently. I don't know. The dismissiveness just because it's on Xbox and Game Pass is incredible. Where those games going to Game Pass and short or low budget and are indicative coming from? Do y'all play Xbox games? Starfield, Forza, Gears, Halo? Yeah, they proven plenty of times they're bringing big budget games on Game Pass. Once again, that is Sony fanboy logic that you're just gonna get like some random like indie stuff on gonna be shoved in Game Pass when that's not true. I was gonna say, they just sound like Sony fanboys to me. This is a hot ass mess. People need to stop saying there isn't a bias. Yeah, they're definitely not proving that there's not a bias because Xbox in the media. The unreal distaste that places like this one has towards Xbox continues to prove the inherent Xbox bias is in fact real and is rampant through gaming media. Honestly, I kind of believe there is a bias. Like, once again, the whole Xbox tax thing, because once again, would they have the same energy towards a PlayStation exclusive like Death Stranding? That was another big Kojima project where you had actors and big movie focus as well with that one. I didn't see that same backlash. I don't remember seeing that same backlash for this, and it's a small little project. So the next truly groundbreaking Hideo Kojima game, OD, which involves an important team of top artists from all over the world, and needs a very specific Xbox tech to exist, is being called a small experiment by these guys. Believe it's not because it's not on PlayStation. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. There has to be a congregation of PlayStation gamers, right? Because no way they work for a website that reviews stuff. There is just no way. There it is, the Xbox tax on full display. They're bringing in Jordan F. and Peele, and they have Kojima. Kojima's talking about an Avengers equivalent lineup of legendary talent to help with this project. But as a small experiment, they can all go suck one. Jeez. Oh, man. You know he's way too deep in the rabbit hole when not even Easy Allies can take a break. People watch this crap. I'm out of touch with the industry. If this is conversation, how the F does being on Game Pass mean as a small experiment? LMAO, what of 2019 talking points in 2023? Yeah, and this whole narrative that OD is gonna be a smaller project because it's on Game Pass, and we got other subscription services with full blown like big budget experiences on there. So it's just dumb logic. It's Sony fanboy logic at that. So they can say they're Sony fanboys, but they're definitely using talking points from Sony fanboys that I've heard before in the past. So you know that whole saying, if it looks like a duck, sounds like a duck, and acts like a duck, then it must be a duck. So I'm just throwing it out there. Yeah, but I'm gonna conclude it right here. Just saying this is a small project because it's on Game Pass and you got legendary people, actors from all across the industry, and Jordan Peele, which is a legendary director. You're saying it's a small project and being so condescending while saying it is a big red flag to me. I probably won't watch their content anyway, to be honest. So it's just very telling that people want to say there's no bias against Xbox, but what is this right here then? You're literally going to tell me that if it was a PlayStation logo, they're going to have the same energy? I highly doubt it, but I'll leave it up to you to decide. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like this video. Thanks for watching, and peace.